Alright, I'm going to try and take you through kind of how I have my rig set up. It's fairly convertible. It's usable with regular round rim, a Formula One type style rim or GT rim, whatever you want to call it. It also works with a truck rim and with a HOTAS hands-on throttle and stick, as well as a handbrake that not really convertible, but whenever I use the handbrake, or whenever I'm not using the handbrake, I actually take off the little handle piece here. And just to kind of like walk you around here, so this here, let me make sure you can see that. Yeah, so that there is a Sigma, and that allows me to use my SimMagic gear with my PS5, which is down there. I also have this little switch up here. I don't know how visible that is, but right now it's on 1. If I hit this, it goes to 2, and that then feeds the USB that is plugged into my wheel through this Sigma, and then I can use this up, down, left, and right to like change settings, because obviously on the PS5 you're not going to be able to use the software. So that's what that is. And actually what's really nice about this, and what I didn't really think about until like quite a bit later, is I actually use this so if I'm in race room doesn't play nicely with just about any wheel other than Fanatec. Didn't even play well with my Logitech DD wheels. So what I do is while I'm in race room, I'll hit the number 2 on there, so it goes number 2, you know how it is, but usually when I'm playing it's number 1. So I'll hit that to go number 2, and then I'll hit that to go to the second output, and then I go here and I change the settings of the wheel. So I can go down here, let's see here, pass it up. Where is it? Oh, there we go, 900. So if I'm playing, I don't know if that's gonna, yeah, it kind of works. So it's at 900 right now, but in race room, because it doesn't auto detect the wheel, or it doesn't detect the wheel well, then I have to change it manually on this. So I'll go to the second output, change it here for wheel angle, and then I'll go back to the first output. This here is for the speakers that I have, and they're, there's like one here, and then one there, and one there, and then the center is up on the top above the monitor. So it's 5, and then the sub is down here, so it's 5.1. It's just like a Logitech, I don't remember the model, but it's whatever Logitech has for 5.1. Obviously my Stream Deck, Stream Deck, because I have a Steam Deck too, so it's a Stream Deck. I am going to do probably a walkthrough of it now, again, because I've changed quite a few things. This is the button box that I made. It's all aluminum, and then there's other things about that. This right here is a it's not Plantronics, I'm sorry, Sennheiser. So this is a Sennheiser piece of equipment that they used to sell. I don't think they sell it anymore. And then I have my headphones, which go kind of like under here and back here, and they're actually hung right here. So those are the headsets. That's the headset that I use. I have my phone actually powered by the PS5 in sleep mode. So I just used a mag, I don't know what this is called, mag charger. I don't forget what they're called. But anyways, it's a charging piece that's made for any phone that has MagSafe on the back or built in, or you can get a case with it on. So I just, magnetically slap it there and it's charging. This is the Amazon Fire 10-inch. I don't know what model. It was my wife's and she never used it, so I took it and I kind of half jailbroke it so that I can install like Google apps on it from the App Store. And then I made like my own dashboard. So this is, the wheel that I normally race with. I don't have this on yet, but yeah. So anyways, that's that. What else? Okay, so the pedals, I don't know if you can see them very easily, but I have this right here, which is actually a seat slider, the same that I have under my chair. So what I can do is I can lift this up and I can move this in and out as far as I need. And this is helpful only because when I go and put the semi wheel or the truck wheel on, you'll see that like my legs are a lot closer. I can't get as close to the wheel because the wheel's gigantic. So I have to move these closer to me so that I can get to them easier. But you know, when I sim race, obviously I put them further back. So I have that adjustable. I have my seat adjustable. This is obviously not adjustable. It would be super slick if I could do that, but because these two things are, it's really not necessary. This is oh yeah, so this is a mouse pad that I got, and it's actually like really nice because you can use it with gloves or anything. It seems like you don't have to have like your exposed fingers or like the special gloves with, you know, like little things on the tip. Like this doesn't have that. These are -273 gloves, but like I think I could even do it. Let me see here. Where's the mouse? Yeah, so I don't know if you can see it there, but like I can even move it with my finger through, you know, the tip of the, like on the other side of the tip of the glove. So that's what's really nice about this. I like this a lot. Super cheap on Amazon. It's a little, you know, it's because it's so big though, I tend to like hit it by accident a lot. You know, this here with my arm. But all I did was I just used Velcro, like super heavy duty Velcro on both sides, and then just kind of put it exactly where I wanted it. And then if I want to move it, I can just pull it up, move it a little bit, and put it back down. Very, very heavy duty Velcro though. What else? Okay, so here is the handbrake, and like I was saying, it's kind of convertible. So I have the handle for it here. It's just I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bolt that I just have in the aluminum slot there. So I just kind of plop it down, and that's where it lives when I'm not playing games or when I'm not driving cars that have a handbrake. But I just kind of pick that off, you know, and just kind of do that all the way down, and I'm good to go. And then when I'm playing, you know, games that don't require it, especially like Le Mans Ultimate and stuff, then I'll take it off just so I don't have anything obstructing this view over here. Okay, so now getting to like the convertible part of things. So you see this coiled cable. This is for the Asher wheel that I have, right? So the way that I have this set up is I will put this in here, put this on here. Oops, that wasn't good. There we go. All right, so I put that in here. And then what I do before I turn on the actual hub, the wheel hub, I actually turn this one full turn to the right, and then I'll turn it on. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a switch down here. That switches on the SimMagic stuff, and you can also see the, you know, the stop, emergency stop going green. So now I'm all set to go with the Asher wheel. If I'm not going to use the Asher wheel, if I'm playing a game like I don't know, like a rally game or something like that, where I need the handbrake, then I shut the wheel off down here. I unscrew this, and I take the coil and I just kind of like let it lay down here because I'm going to be using this. So then I take this on. I'm not going to screw it all the way in, but I'll give you the idea. Take this off, and there is a mounting bracket up here that I have, but right now it's being blocked by the PSVR 2. So then I take my round wheel, which is also up here, so I kind of undo the round wheel, and I have the McLaren wheel kind of sitting like this. I put this on, and then I take this and I ka-chunk this up there, and then I turn it back on. Now I can leave it on. It's just that when I switch between them, I usually turn it off and turn it back on, just so that everything is like the PC senses it as like not a new device, but the same device, just different setup. I've never had a problem. It's just kind of what my brain tells me I should probably do. So now I have my round wheel. I have, you know, my handbrake. This is a convertible shifter, so I can either have the H with reverse 7th and 8th, There's a little switch on the side here. I can flip that down, and now it's just forward and back with no side and side. So again, that's kind of for rallying. So this would be for, yeah, for anything that feels better driving with a round wheel. Doesn't mean I have to have a round wheel. I can drive it with the other one too, but especially with drifting, which I'm trying to not be terrible at, you need a round wheel. A wheel like that just won't work. So that is the round wheel and the McLaren wheel. So now we will go to the truck wheel. Now I'm going to turn this off. Okay, so the truck wheel is different. I don't put the truck wheel on here. I could. It's a Moza wheel, so it does work on here with like the curly cord, kind of like this, and they have like a Moza breakout box, which I have. But what I do instead is take this off, and I actually have a Moza R9 right here that I mounted. And what you'll see under here is you will see this kind of bracket that I built. It's, you know, your standard aluminum, just like the rig. But I actually have these bottom ones that go back, mounted to the bottom of the SimMagic wheelbase. So this is mounted to the wheelbase, and the wheelbase is mounted to this front mount. And all I have to do is I take, you know, the truck piece, and let me get these cables out of here. These cables are all for the truck. So I take this out, I put this up here, and then I just tighten up the thumb screws as tight as I need them, which is pretty tight. And I take these cables and I just plug them into the back. I do it all by feel. You can see that there's, you know, your power cable here as well as USB-B, so it's pretty difficult to plug in. Actually, it's impossible to plug in the wrong way, which is good. And then I have this USB-C with a magnetic end, which I'll have to show you something else. And then I take my truck wheel, and my truck wheel I just kerplunk on here, and now I have a truck sim, right? So now I can do this, I can shift if I want. I have all my, you know, directionals, my brights, my lights, all that kind of stuff, right? So now I'm in truck mode. And again, for this, because I can't get super close, like this is about as close as I want to get when I'm driving. The pedals are too far, so I just adjust it on the slider so that it's where it needs to be, which is right there.